My name's Rhapsody, their names are Rito, Alexa, and Orbital Potato, and welcome back to the Good Boys Build a Brewery. How's it going, y'all? We'll start with Alexa, top of the list in alphabetical ordering.
Oh, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Orbital?
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, I'm really glad to hear it. All right, so we each have missions that we're going to have to get done this day. Oh, you did it to me. I'm doing it right back. We each have missions that we have to get done today.
I definitely did not do it to you.
Wait,
that was Alexa.
Damn it. Sorry, let's redo the intro. My name is Rhapsody, and welcome to...
Excuse me. Alexa hit me with a sword, and then you hit me in my heart. I can't believe this.
Oh, it's a double-pronged attack.
You
I'm
guys
sorry,
have
Rita.
fun. I'm going to go build the statue at Chet. See you in hell.
Frankly, that's a perfect segue. Rito and Orbital, I believe, are both going to be doing the statue.
Yeah, it's
Orbital doing a Checropolis?
I wanna make like the chief administrative building of Chet. I mean, already there's been far too many buildings that have gone up without adequate planning permission, so we need to make sure that we get that stuff in writing pronto, you know?
I will say, I did ask for permission and got land plot for my area by the city planner. Frankly, I wash my hands of this crime.
Mine was given to me directly by the city planner. I was told specifically to build.
It's a crime.
Yeah, well, it would be if it weren't for the permission that I've achieved. I'm also going to be going for sand, clay, and gravel in order to make grout for the smeltery, which is my task for the day.
Yes.
Have you got extraction permits for those resources?
Excuse me? This is not inside
He got them from me.
I was about to say, this is not inside the border of Chet. I am externally harvesting these resources.
We do need to have a quick team powwow.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to learn some new things. Every episode, you gotta get a little bit more knowledgeable about life. So everybody meet me in the cobblestone square known as the Jerkery.
Okay.
And we're gonna have some learning today. It's a very nice cobblestone square. Okay.
It will be better later. Don't worry, nerds.
Big fan of it. Rito, did you just build up into the square?
I'm going to listen from up here.
All right.
Like Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm Batman.
Solving crime in
I'm
more
ready to
than one
learn.
way. All right. So, place down a couple things. This is the stencil table. Everybody say hi, stencil table.
Hi, stencil
Hi, stencil
table.
table.
Thank you for the cooperation. When you right-click on the stencil table, you're gonna find that there's a lot of stencils. It's a strange world we live in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing called a blank pattern. I just so happen to have 4 of them on me. You can take those patterns on the left side and put them, the stencils, and click on them to create patterns. And then you can just go ahead and rip that right out. So I'm gonna rip out a pickaxe one. Bingo. And then you got this guy. He's called the part builder. Everybody say hello,
Hi,
part builder.
Hello, part builder.
Hello, part
Okay.
builder.
So
Hello,
now
part
you're going to see that if we
builder.
put the pattern chest next to the part builder, we can put our pattern inside of the pattern chest, as I have now done.
Hello.
It's not wrong.
Okay.
Hello, pattern
All right.
chest.
Hello, Orbital.
Absolutely. Then you go back to the part builder, and you see now that you got a little pattern in the part builder. You can drag that guy over, place a piece of dirt on the side, drag that guy over, and there's a pickaxe head now, and it says it has a material cost of 2. So that means that whatever material we want to make the pickaxe head out of, we're going to need 2 of them. So I put in 1 piece of wood, and all of a sudden we have all of the stats on how wood is for a tool in this game. Wood is not that good of a tool in this game, as we all know. But I can spend 2 wood and I grab myself a wooden pickaxe head. You cannot make a tool out of cherry saplings, believe it or not. But so now I have
Rhapsody.
a pickaxe head,
Jeez.
and I can take that out. But that's not the only thing we need to make a pickaxe. And we can see what we need to make a pickaxe by looking in the tool station. Everybody say hello, tool
Hi,
station.
station.
Beautiful words.
I'm socially exhausted. I'm not doing it.
Okay, that's fair.
Hi, Rhapsody.
So
Hi,
in the
Rita.
tool station, you're going to see on the left side, there's a bunch of tools in here. There's a pickaxe, there's a shovel, there's Rhapsody. But I get it. I called you a tool. So if you click on the pickaxe, you'll see that there's. If you click on the pickaxe, thank you. You'll see that there is a kind of symbol for what you need to make the pickaxe. So we have the head, but we don't have the binding or the tool rod. So we have to make a binding and a tool rod. Who wants to be the person that makes the binding and the tool rod?
This is a lot like school, and I'm scared.
Don't worry, it only is like 45% of your final grade.
Binding. A binding or a tough binding? Just a regular binding?
Just a regular binding of
Yes.
Isaac.
Okay, I have the binding pattern.
All right,
I'm
you did
learning. And now I put it in the pattern chest.
it. Beautiful. You're doing great work.
Thank you. And then I put it. Wait. Oh, do I take it out of the pattern chest, put it in the part builder,
Perfect.
and now I can put wood upon it and create it. I have it.
Okay. Beautiful.
This is hard.
You're making your way downtown, walking fast.
And then somebody else make the stick.
All right, Orbital, is your time to shine.
Rhapsody's gone. Rhapsody's playing
Rap
hooky.
straight up left.
I'm going to
He was like, nah, I ain't about this school thing.
So why would
I'm
we
gonna do full-time YouTube instead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, what's the reason for doing this instead of just making a pickaxe in our backpack? Is this
So
better?
that's a fantastic question.
Thank you.
Rito. Because
Thank you.
yes,
My teacher's pet.
it is like 100% million times better. Because there's so many different things that you can make out of these tools, and I have a book in your hand now that kind of presents this to you. So if you open the book, there's a big thing that says tools. You can click on that, and all of a sudden you're going to see like all of these tools that you have never seen before. You have your standard pickaxe and your shovel and things like that. But now you got, a hammer, which a hammer is a mining tool that does 3x3 mining, which is fantastic. Or if you really want to have like the most decked out bow ever that can one shot like any enemy ever, now you can make a crossbow if you want, and then completely deck it out. And each material that you make it out of contributes to what the tool is going to be. So you have all of these different ways to make your tool the best tool. All of the materials have like certain little things that make it better. Like for instance, paper. You can make a tool entirely out of paper, and it's going to have no durability whatsoever. It will literally have 12 uses total. But what it gives you is extra modifiers that you can then put on it to make it really, really good. So like, for instance, you can make a tool and then modify it with a diamond. And that diamond is going to give you the ability to now mine anything that a diamond would. But you also get like an extra like 500 durability on the tool or something like that, and you get a couple of other stat increases from it. So all of a sudden you can make an iron pickaxe that just has 1 diamond on it, and you're getting the benefit of a diamond pickaxe, more or less.
Hell yeah.
So there's a ton of different variations and things you can do to make your tools phenomenal. And now that I've said it, everybody's commenters are going to just like tell you what the best things to do are, and you can just follow them in the next episode.
Hooray!
Excellent. I will make
Learning.
sure to do that.
Yeah. And the smeltery, which is what Raps is making, allows us to make metal parts for our tools. And it will also allow us to smelt our ores and get double and just all kinds of fantastic, phenomenal things and stuffs. So that's the lesson of the day. You can go home, study hard, don't fail, and see you next week because it's weekly class.
Hell yeah.
But I want to play video games. But
I
what
just
if
want to do
school
hood
is
rat
video
stuff with my
games?
friends.
What if school is video games? What then?
Has anybody seen that video of the little kid that steals his grandma's car and drives it like down to the supermarket and gets in a car crash? And they interviewed him and they were like, son, what were you thinking when you stole your grandmother's car? And his response was, man, I just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
It's a mood, dude.
It's the best video on the internet.
If only all of us could be so honest about our intentions. See, I don't always even know what my own intentions for each of my actions are. I admire the clarity of vision.
Yeah. You gotta admire it.
I feel like kids have more like openness about that kind of stuff than us old folk.
They don't have like a lifetime of experience of trying to like backwards justify how they're feeling in the moment. They just spend the entire time going, what are you doing that for? I don't know, I wanted to. I just wish we had that. What do we do with all of this oil, by the way? Because we have a spring up in here. Seems like it'll be useful later.
Yeah. So that's... I feel like we're not quite to the point where we should be just like, you know, fracking up oil and hanging out with it. Eventually, we may want to use it to like get a head start on some power to flow throughout our base to run a couple of the machines that we might need for the brewery.
Yep.
But you know, it's also the issue with oil is, you know, one, if we use too much of it, the United States is going to come after us because it's just what they do. And then if we use all of it, then we also run into a situation where we no longer have it, which, you know, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure you get the gist a little bit. So we gotta be a little cautious that we don't become over reliant on that oil, because otherwise we'll have to go find a lot more of it, and that is going to be a real pain in the, you know, natural structure known as a butte.
Do you also have any advice about biomes in which I might find more clay?
In any river ever, more or less.
So below the water surface level?
No, you'll be able to see it in the water most times.
Okay. And final question, what color is it? Because I've never seen it before.
It's like a you say red?
I thought so. Reddish orange.
It is not red.
But that's what I found.
It's like clay colored.
Color of clay.
Yeah, Raps is just clay colored.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah. No, it's like a grayish.
I'm being hunted like all day long. Can the sun finally rise, please?
Yeah, we need to get like beds in a general area that we can all sleep in. At least the rain has finally stopped. I felt like my ears were gonna fall out. But see, this is why I'm watching.
Quiet.
Oh wow! I just watched my friend die. But I'm watching Orbital get shot by a skeleton, and I'm going, guess what we need? We need some decked out Tinker's Construct bows to defend ourselves against these skeletons.
Agreed. Honestly, I don't even want it for self-defense. I just want it so that I can kill the skeletons that are wearing dope-ass hats that I would really like to have.
Hell yeah, brother. Big agree.
That's not clay. That's not clay.
Orbital, are you fine with me making a
of course
Terabithia here?
I think that you're probably the most qualified person to do just that.
Well, damn.
Ooh.
Now I feel special.
I will say, very nearby, we have another spring of oil. In fact, two of them directly next to one another. They're the largest that I've seen so far. So maybe we don't have to worry so much about the resource usage. Actually, sorry, have you got any mods enabled that simulate global warming at all?
Dude, I know you were joking, but I actually don't know if there are negative effects of using oil in the mod pack now. Like, because there very well might be. Like, that might have been something that got added over the years. I do remember, like, there used to be something, but I don't know what that something is. I feel like it was mainly just like, it was mainly just that eventually you'd run out of it, and like that would create more issues than it was worth. But what we can actually do, so there are a lot of different ways to do fuel in the game. So obviously, I mean, there's oil. We know that, but we can do things with lava. So if we can find a way to generate a lot of lava, and then just run things magmatically, that's one way to do it. Or we can run things off of food and make like biofuel, and then use that. Not sure if we have any nuclear stuff in this mod pack, but that's another like common modded thing, is to just nuke the server. Yeah, so we're not quite there yet. There's a lot of, you know, this early steps of the brewery. We need to be, this is the resource collection phase.
Yeah,
we got to get what we need to get this thing off the ground and running, and then we'll start to nuke the server.
But of course, I've actually found like a whole lot of clay.
Good.
Yeah, I think I've got 2 stacks now. Is that gonna be enough to do the smeltery stuff?
So like 2 stacks of, are you talking 2 stacks of the
64.
like single clay balls, or 2 stacks of the blocks?
Single clay balls.
Yeah, because those single clay balls, you take 4 of them in a square and it makes the clay block. And you're gonna want like at minimum a stack of the clay blocks.
Okay, so 2 more stacks.
Yeah, more or less.
Hey Rito, I need some design input here.
I'm
you
busy.
Around?
Yeah, I'll be right there. Where are you?
I'm right here. What do you think? What do you think about using sandstone blocks to make?
I love it. What is it making?
The Chethanon.
The Chethanon, the Chetropolis?
That's right.
I like it.
So good.
I like it. I've always liked sandstone.
Can we chisel this sandstone? Is that a thing that can be done?
Absolutely.
Do you have a chisel, Rito?
It's almost broken. Here you go.
Oh no! I was going to give it. I was going to entrust you with the responsibility of finding.
It's almost broken, so okay, but sure. Oh my goodness! This is like all kinds of hieroglyphs. I'm afraid to do something. I might wake an angered god. I don't want to touch it, but I will.
But Raps is already awake.
So I went from tool to angered god. All right, I like this upgrade.
That's a nice upgrade.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, that looks opulent. I like that. That is
That is
good. It is, isn't it? I was really trying to get that one into the conversation for at least like 10 minutes.
He was working the whole last 3 episodes. He couldn't find a spot. He was just sitting there hoping, waiting.
Do you guys have like a favorite word?
Almost certainly, but you'd have to give me a while to think of it.
And while you think of it, what is your mother's maiden name?
Oh, it's really unfortunate because there is actually like a story around that, but it's really unfortunate. I just cannot answer that on the internet without being like, oh, okay, well, someone's gonna hack all of my accounts now.
Yeah.
Damn it. This is a perfect example of this is why we can't have nice things, because there are fraudsters.
Oh, yeah. The whole internet is a fraud, to be honest.
How far away are we from getting glowstone dust?
Go to the nether.
Yeah. So
that wasn't
just told you to go to hell.
Why?
Yes, straight answer.
Honestly, that's what I heard, was me saying go to hell.
That sounds a lot like go to hell to me.
Actually, speaking of locations to go to as well, like speaking of hell and the end, apparently the Ender Lilies help us get to the end without having to hunt Endermen.
I don't know anything about that.
Because that's what the comment section
well,
said when I found the Ender
yes.
Lilies.
Yeah, Ender Lilies do, they do create Ender Pearls that are then used to go to the end. You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any need to go to the end really, really fast in order to get some, rare item that would help us?
0%.
Dang.
Like it, I will go to the end eventually, but it's there's not much there.
Fair enough.
To just be blunt, it's one of those things in Minecraft where like even the Nether and like modded helps a little bit because there's some new stuff in the Nether and modded that isn't there normally, but even the Nether normally is just kind of like, yeah, it's there, and you go there and you're like, this is the Nether, and you grab like the 2 things you need and then you leave and you never go back to the Nether. But yeah,
it definitely does seem to be a lot like that. Like in particular, the zombie pigmen in there just get real mad. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Stop chasing me.
Yeah. Just don't hit them.
What? I didn't know.
Well, now you learned. Raps, how was your last weekend?
Last weekend? Well, it's Friday the something right now. I'm trying to figure out when last weekend was. I don't know what I was doing last weekend. Do you know the date of last weekend? I would have just gotten. I would have just gotten back from the PAX Oz convention. Actually.
Oh, how was PAX Aussie edition?
I'm gonna speed through the sad part into the good part. The first day of PAX Oz was my birthday, and there were a lot of people on the floor at PAX, and there were a lot of people and overstimulation and panic attack, and had to go home. It was not, conventions have a lot of people, as it turns out.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I know, just so many, just a lot, just too many people, frankly. Couldn't some of them go home?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the days were really, really excellent. In fact, I scattered out like a couple of indie games that I'm really, really interested in playing in the future. Oh, it is gonna be a good time. Also, I actually got to see my partner do a live stage show of D&D, which, like, at PAX in one of the main theaters that was broadcast on the PAX Twitch channel. It was real good.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, so I'm effectively just going to push that forwards to the weekend, because the weekend after it was probably pretty uninteresting, and say, yeah, that's how my weekend was. How about yourself, Alexa?
My weekend was fine. My college had, like, their parents' weekend thing. So my family came up to visit me, and we drank wine and played board games, which is like kind of just the standard weekend whenever I'm home. So it was pretty chill.
That sounds excellent, but also parent-teacher stuff happening in college?
Yeah, so they do. It's like homecoming for the college. So
Right.
it's any alums come and they just hang out for the weekend and go to all the bars in the nearby area, and then parents come up and go to a hockey game, because my school's like a big hockey school, and we always have like a big speaker come in and do like a big talk. And I'm not gonna say who the speaker was, because like I'm gonna be real, Rito 100% would know who it is, and you and Orbital even might, but it'd be really easy to just reverse engineer where I go to school at that point. So.
Right, yeah. I was wondering why you were holding on to it, because
yeah.
Because it was either that or it was a figure who was controversial.
No, it's not like, last weekend I listened to Bill Cosby do a talk. Like, no, it was not the case. But
did someone put a mini chest with a chest in it in the smeltery? Or are my chests in here reproducing? I'm not sure.
You've never had your chest reproduced before?
No. Outside of that scene in Aliens, I'm like unfamiliar with it broadly happening. Well, Aliens, sorry. Alien single. All right, I've got a whole bunch of clay, a whole bunch of grout. A whole bunch of clay, gravel, and sand. Now I make grout, right?
Yes.
If you have any excess sand, I would be very grateful if you could let me have it.
Sand is actually the thing I am the shortest on.
Do you need some? I can get some for you if you need.
Yeah, like another stack and a half would actually be really helpful. It depends how much grout we need, really.
So we're gonna want, so the smeltery can actually be of any size that you want. Each grout makes 1 seared brick, and each 4 seared bricks makes a seared stone, which you need to make 1 block of the smeltery. So for the smallest smeltery, for the smallest smeltery,
Respect the
Jesus
smelterly.
Christ. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to say that word like ever again. So we're just gonna call it a day on saying that. For the smallest smeltery possible, you will need 9 blocks on the bottom, so that's 36, and then another 12 around the outside, which is another 48. So you need at minimum like 2 stacks of the seared brick, so you need about 2 stacks of grout. If I did the math even remotely correctly, which there's a decent chance I didn't.
You know what? I'm gonna trust you on that one. I can currently get 10. I need a hell of a lot more sand, Orbital. If you would. I mean, you don't have to. It is literally my job for the day is to go and find sand. In the
I need sand as well, so I was thinking that I could combine operations. However, I'm a little bit scared leaving the confines of Chet in the evening. It's dangerous.
Oh yeah, do we have enough beds to actually sleep at this point, or should we be harvesting the cotton that is in the backyard of the jerkery at the moment?
We should probably be harvesting the cotton anyway. But we could like just murder a few sheep here and there. They won't feel a thing as long as you do it quickly, right? That's how it works.
See, it's funny because that actually is how it works.
Usually people say that after a thing that isn't.
Right, Rito, I need some more design consultation, please.
Okay, 1 second. My brain is broken. Okay, I'm coming. I'm working on it.
Just here. I need I'm not sold on sandstone. Like the default sandstone.
Oh, okay.
I thought Rito was about to like chop you in half and kill you.
Wait, what do you mean the default sandstone being the one I'm standing on top of right now?
Yes, exactly. I mean,
But
I
you
like
like-
your hieroglyphics. They're definitely staying.
I like
like-
them, and I like what's this one? What version?
That's just a plain blockage.
Plain old sandstone.
Plain old sandstone.
But it's different than this sandstone, and I like this. I like this plain one better.
Yeah, it's chiseled. That's the. I don't know. What about something more complex than that, though? You think it?
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna steal one.
Here, have a look. Have a look. I'll give you the chisel.
I got a chisel.
Oh.
You think I didn't bring my own chisel? I came running with the chisel in hand. I mean, these ones are good, but if you're sold on the hieroglyphic one, I feel like it needs to be. The rest of them need to be
Textured.
pretty plain. Really, you think so? That's the exact opposite of what I said.
I feel that there's no depth. There's no depth with just the plain ones, right? Like
I agree, but there's no. I don't know.
Create depth with walls and like distance of blocks, not with blocks themselves.
Otherwise, if you're really feeling like you can just make a whole bunch of different ones and put it right by it, see what you feel best about.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I
Then
kind of
do
like that.
I like that one.
I don't know. Like you're a qualified artist, Rito.
If you say so. I've been working on making a freaking leg for a statue for like 10 minutes. So, if you say so.
Rito, how was your past weekend?
I, like Rhapsody, have no sense of time.
Mm.
And I would have to. I don't know. I didn't do too much. I guess. Like I never do too much. That's the answer to it every time. It's like I worked. I worked like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is usually how it goes.
What was the
And
most
I didn't have
interesting
a fun-
thing you did work-wise?
Did a special sponsored video. It was fun.
Ooh.
Would you like to tell us about it?
And gasp, I liked the game.
Wow.
When that happens.
Oh,
Do you want to share what the game was or no?
Yeah, it's called Watchers. It's a Stop me if you heard this one before. It's a bunch of people drop onto an island,
Jesus.
Oh.
and then
How many
they,
of them? How would you refer to this type of a
24.
battle?
Oh wow, that's not that
There's
many.
24, and it's the gimmick is when you die, you can control what happens on the field afterwards. Like you can get revenge on the person who killed you and stuff.
That I'm not gonna comment on.
Okay.
You know the French call that a battle royale with cheese.
What kind
It's-
of cheese?
I'm guessing some sort of a pepper jack.
I was going like Gruyere, but
Yeah, sorry, my bad. It's actually a Waka mix.
What? In France? A pepper jack in France? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was
Sorry, it
particularly-
was a chain restaurant brought over from America. They had to rename it the battle royale with cheese though, just so they could actually
okay.
get traction in the local market.
Oh, okay.
It's
do you guys think that there may eventually be a Fortnite restaurant?
almost certainly.
Is there not?
And the most expensive item on the menu is definitely going to be the winner chicken dinner. Actually, no, is that a
That's a
PUBG?
PUBG-ism.
Damn it! I'm too out of the zeitgeist to actually make jokes at this point.
But there will definitely be like a dessert that is the Victory Royale
With cheese.
with with pepper jack.
That's just
Yeah, but I'm glad that I'm glad that you actually liked the game that you were sponsored to play, Rito. I wonder what's that like.
Yeah, it's a nice situation. I don't know. I like it. I'm enjoying my time. I look forward to recording it, which is a very fun situation for something we're being sponsored for.
Orbital, how was your past weekend? I'll even change it to week since I feel like the weekend we're struggling.
Yeah, I completely ruined the rules.
It's been similarly disinteresting. Oh, for goodness, I'm so sick and tired of just. Why is it always night? It's just literally always night.
It's perpetual.
Where is the day?
Perpetual
Oh, okay.
night.
Right.
We don't have
I'm-
any night here.
God, this is. I can't even get sand. I can't do anything. I feel like I'm walking around and I'm not accomplishing anything because it's just always night. Goodness
It's a
gracious
perpetual
me.
rain that drives me up the wall. Like,
It's the 50-50 ratio of night to day. Why does it have to be that way? Can we not have like lots more day than lots more night?
I
No,
think this
we
game
live
would
really near
take
the
off
poles.
if they changed that.
Jeez Louise. All right. Okay. Finally, I'm setting out. I'm setting out on a quest to find sand. Rhapsody, I'm gonna get you sand. I'm doing it. I'm managing it.
I appreciate the idea, but I think I may actually now have enough for 2 stacks of grout. I know that you need the sand for yourself as well, though. By the way, so it's not like it's lost.
r/watching Orbital die inside.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Okay, I can deal with that. If you were angry at me, I would be terrified. But disappointed, I'm used to it.
Right. Anyway, my weekend was unbelievably disinteresting. Literally nothing happened.
Find that
it's not even
difficult
worth
to believe.
discussing. I mean,
Like literally nothing happened. Like you slept through the entire weekend.
well, I mean, on a cosmic level, the Earth did continue to rotate. That stuff happened. But I mean, to me, nothing interesting, nothing of note. What about you, Alexa? Oh no,
I was wondering if you were gonna get stuck in that trap.
My weekend
What about
was
you,
great.
viewer?
Thanks for asking. Yeah, viewers, how was your? No, we actually don't care about them.
Oh,
Viewers, I
That
care.
hurt.
Use Rito in my comment sections to tell us how your day is.
oh yeah, absolutely. Arms are far too long.
Actually, Orbital, it turns out the thing that I'm short on is gravel.
There's
Oh,
actually
you
some
mean-
like right very close to me.
Yeah, has anyone?
There is.
I feel like I have tons of gravel in my police station. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that is what I'm asking. If anyone has already actually mined out a bunch of it. Ooh, the statue's looking real good.
Oh, thank you. I saw a picture like the other day, and I'm trying to process how it was put together without
That's
having
like
a
the
picture
hardest
reference.
thing ever. Is
Without
to
having
figure
the
out
picture.
Minecraft builds after looking at them.
Oh, I'm liking it. It turned out how I wanted.
I'm liking it a lot too. Rito, your police station is currently locked, and I need to get in there to be a prisoner.
There's a button.
Ah.
A button on the right of the door.
Aha! Thank you.
Can't just let anyone into prison.
That's what they say.
I'll never get why they say it, but they do keep saying it. I think actually you have silty dirt in here rather than gravel.
Oh, God. I debated you. It was a
Yep.
prank. Yeah, you got pranked. It was definitely not.
Oh, damn! Is this a social experiment or a prank?
Whichever one gets me off the hook.
A social experiment is the one that
You're
gets
the
you off the
Ah,
hook.
it's a social experiment. Yes.
I even debated myself. I thought that I'd stored some gravel in here and it was silty dirt as well.
Right, Rhapsody. I've had a lot of thought. I've had a lot of thoughts about your house, right? Just
My house?
in the
Yeah,
abstract.
IRL.
No, not IRL. I mean, in the video game. In the video game.
What
Right?
house?
So I was thinking. I mean, presumably you're going to want to put down a house, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, the idea of my house. Sorry, I thought you were referring to either the smeltery or the granary as my house. And I was like, no. I'm nomadic
It's
at
the
the moment.
granary where we hide your grandma.
It's just where I keep correcting things that other people say.
Like that as well.
Yes, Orbital,
Anyway,
you've had some thoughts about my
I
house.
was thinking. I'm concentrating very hard on getting a lot of sand. It's quite difficult. Anyway, I was thinking, right? It could be called the abode of rhapsodes.
Okay.
Hear me out on this one. Right? So a
think we did.
rhapsode is
Uh-huh.
someone who speaks or sings rhapsodies,
Right.
and you,
Oh.
as Rhapsody, would live in the abode of rhapsodes. So it's like you would be the song inside the song maker's house.
I'm not sure I'm following. Can you go into more detail?
Yeah. I'm gonna need an etymological breakdown of this. First off, I'm gonna need you to give me like all of the suffixes that you're using here, their origin, the stem word, its origins, effectively all of the information that I would need if this was something in the spelling bee that I was gonna have to spell for you. Could you please
actually
use it
is.
in a sentence that does not include the abode of the rhapsode?
No,
Ah,
I cannot. That's not something that I can actually do. So I just need to qualify it by saying that I thought it was a good idea at the time,
I like it.
but
It's fun to say.
It is fun
I like
to say.
it. I like it. I think it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Jumping the gun a little bit.
Why? Why?
you know what? I don't even think it's a good idea. Let's cancel
Oh.
it. Get rid of it.
Oh,
Orbital.
I am
I'll bolster
stupid.
Rito's point by
Culture.
saying it's definitely one of the ideas that I've ever heard.
that's.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
problem.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I'll
me
name
too,
my
dude.
house the abode of the rhapsode.
No, it can't be yours. That would
Why?
make sense then.
What? No, it's fine. I'll just constantly visit.
Explain to me why. Explain to me why it doesn't work in great detail, though. I like it. I like it, and that's why I want it. I'm mad. You're telling me I can't have it. You come up with the greatest idea I said that I've ever heard. Now you're telling me I can't have it.
I just really want more details as well.
I feel like I'm being punished for a good idea here.
You know what, Orbital? I would tell you this: you're not being punished for a good idea.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm
like-
sorry, but actually, is rhapsode actually a word, or are you just using a suffix? And
I am actually not kidding you. It is an ancient Greek term for like someone who used to, perform rhapsodies. Unironically, it is a word.
yeah, That is actually something that appeals to me that I am also almost certainly going to use in another context, because basically every conjugation of Rhapsody gets used in some way over the course of my channel. Same with Frito.
Same with Frito?
Sorry, same with Rito or Lich Slayer.
Frito
9000?
Don't
9000?
spoil the sponsorship deal, Rito. We all know you were sponsored by Frito.
I would love to be. I would love to be. Give it to me.
What's
Sorry, what's a Frio?
A Frito? The chip?
Yeah, Frito.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a corn chip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for
Think
each
of
of
like
you,
a tortilla, but way more oily
what
and small.
if your like off-screen life was on screen, what would be the products that would most appropriately sponsor you?
Probably like garbage bags. Yeah, I'm glad we can joke about this.
What type of garbage bags? Because you can get like really thick, good quality ones with like.
No, you know the
yellow
ones that like
handles?
you put the trash in and then you go to lift it out of the bag or can or whatever you like to use, and then all your trash just spills all over the floor.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the kind of bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like prank garbage bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you can word it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is rude as hell. This squid is wearing 5 hats atop one another.
What?
It has the...
This isn't even TF2.
Yeah, exactly. It is definitely inspired by the TF2 one, because it's the towering pillar of hats.
Maybe at that point you describe it more of a hat that is attached to a squid rather than a squid with a hat.
It's a squid attached to a sentient hat. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
agree. How do I place a hat atop mine head?
Press H. Rito, I love that the statue looks like it's giving us finger guns.
It
Looks really
wasn't
good.
intentional, but I'm happy about it.
I
Oh,
kinda
it's
love
so
it.
good. That is so true.
Yeah.
I was gonna put something in his arms, but I couldn't think of anything. So now he's giving us perpetual finger guns.
Every
Hey.
day, finger gunning it up.
That's
I
incredible.
kind of want to make the other one one of them pointing up straight into the sky now, and the other one pointing forward.
That is an immense work of art. That is incredible, Rito.
Oh, thank you. I copied it. I mean, it's mine. I mean, I made this. Thanks, I made this.
If you actually copied it, I'm very disappointed, and you should try and be more original next time.
I would never
Honestly.
lie. I copied it. I mean, it's mine.
All right, Orbital.
right, well, I'm
what
just-
product would sponsor
What?
you? You're not getting out of this.
I don't know. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. I don't think I identify with the product.
Products.
particularly.
Oh,
No
not much of a
products in general.
consumerist. All right, we're on the same board, comrade.
I don't know. Maybe like a store brand product. Maybe like
A store brand product.
Yikes.
Costco sparkling
Boy,
water.
these are like the most depressing things we've ever said.
Yeah, yikes, my dude. You okay?
Garbage
I don't know.
bags,
You doing
store
okay?
brand cereal.
maybe Kirkland oats. Maybe something like that. I feel like that would probably be
Okay, so it's like
Sponsorship, that'd be
a
pretty
it's like a
great.
no frills kind of thing.
yeah.
All right, so you're effectively just exclaiming yourself as humble.
Yeah. Basically.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
It's truth though. I'm very humble.
Just ask you. You'll tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Rhapsody? What
I
product would
yeah.
sponsor you?
Knowing that this question was coming back at me, I've already prepared mine. It would almost certainly be type of whiskey. Just you know, I would prefer if it was like a Jameson sponsorship that came with like a lifetime supply or something. That'd be neat.
Honestly, do you know what the Rhapsody whiskey would be called?
You know what? Tell me. What would it be?
It would be the Rhapsode Abode whiskey.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
You know, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, isn't it a great idea?
Hell yeah.
I just thought of it.
Isn't that
recently.
based on a real word too?
That's really clever.
Making it
I
a
think,
great
yeah,
idea.
I think it might be
I
based
like
off a real word.
It's a word that's so common as well. That's my favorite thing. It's like a word I've heard of before, which is going to make it really easy to work into this.
Yeah, it's crazy that these Greek origins, they just keep on coming back.
I really appreciate that. And frankly, the fact that you've said that to me has made us closer as friends.
I like what you're doing here, Orbital. I think this looks good. I think you picked a good one to go with.
I don't need your sympathy, all right? You just go.
I'm not being mean.
You join the other two. You just.
I feel like Rito
Wait,
gets the
you just
rough
made
end of
the
stick
worst
on all
enemy.
of these.
I am gentle until you cross me. Now you will die.
I'm gonna
nice.
make an assumption here real quick.
Yep.
That first of all, we should end off the episode, but second of all, are we like guaranteeing that cherry trees are like the tree of Chet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, they are begrudgingly. I wish it was something that would fill up a lot more,
Yes.
but begrudgingly, yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna take measures to ensure that we have what the hell? There's a butterfly in there. I'm gonna take measures to ensure that cherry trees are being properly represented on the road to Chet, which is officially completed. If anyone wants to take a walk down the road to Chet,
I will run over there after I've popped the rest of this in the smeltery. Next episode, we will definitely have the ability to build the smeltery off of these seared blocks.
fantastic. That's great.
Alexa, I would love to come down the road to Chet, but unfortunately, because I don't have any hunger, or I've got lots of hunger, should I say, I can't actually run there. So I'm just gonna stay here so that I don't consume any more precious calories.
I do.
I'm sorry.
How? Wow! I'm gonna use that to get out of social situations in real life. Sorry. Unfortunately, I can't afford to use the calories right now. I like it. I'll come look
Yeah,
at it.
I'm
I have
not
some
against
calories. I've got a couple calories left in me. I had a big breakfast. Ooh. Were you working on this the whole time?
Yeah.
I like it. Oh my god, I want to run back and forth.
Wait, hang on,
Oh
where?
my goodness.
Oh, you're over there. Okay.
It's like really good.
Thanks. I figured the road to Chet needed a little loving.
Sprucing up.
Touch the
Hey,
zhuzh.
yo.
Is this spruce? Is this cherrywood? Is this cherry?
It's redwood.
It seems red wooding up. It doesn't work as well. It's spruce.
Okay, that's officially spruce.
It's first chat policy. That's actually spruce.
It does seem like
Yeah,
the more familiar builders get with this game, the more they start to build around the architecture of the actual world rather than terraform and then
Yep.
build on top of it.
Yeah. 100 times over. Yeah.
Mm.
That's like the number one thing that you learn in this game is don't force the environment to do what you want to do. Let you do the environment.
Hell yeah. That's going to be a guiding principle to how I build the rest of my stuff, because so far I have completely ignored that. That said, for the moment, because this episode has already been really too long, because I forgot that I'm doing the outro. I was waiting on someone else. My name is Rhapsody. Their names have been Orbital, Alexa, and Rito of Reformation. There's links in the description down below to everything that you want in your possible life. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.